Hello everybody, today is 3rd of April 2019 and I'm going to take you through the market overview for the day. So we are going to start first with the main pairs. We'll look at GBP USD, USD, Euro USD, USD JPY, SP 500, Brent oil, and then the last one should be gold. So today we are actually predicting the price of GBP JPY. You need to suggest where you expect GBP JPY to close by the end of today. So if your prediction is close to the actual price, then FreshForex will give you up to the $30 bonus. That's the reward for that prediction. So let's move to the chart. We are here. That's our chart. We'll start with the USD. So this one I mentioned some few days ago. This is still a sell. Like ever since we saw this pin bar, I've been recommending a sell since then. Last month's candle actually closed below a significant weekly level, so this could be a sign that we are selling. The fact that the price actually went below this level is a very good sign that we are still selling Euro USD. So we basically want price to retrace back slightly, let it try pulling back up, and even better if the price can come back up to somewhere around this point in the course of this week. So you are conservative in nature, you should wait for a sell from somewhere around this point. Wait for price to get back to 1.12. Wait for price to get back up to around 1.1294. Let price come back up to this level. Then you should pick a sell from that point. Have your stop loss bill above. Then your take profit should be at 1.0484. So the best is to have a pending sell limit, have your stop loss, and then the take profit should be at 1.0484. We'll move to our next chart, GBP USD. We have it there. So GBP USD is pulling back perfectly as we suggested last week. We are waiting for a sell from somewhere around 1.3267. This looks like a very good place both on the weekly and the monthly, and the fact that these moving averages are above where price is, this is still a sell. This is still a very good place to sell from, and we basically are waiting for a sell from somewhere within 1.3267. This is the correct place you should sell from. Have a pending sell limit. Your stop loss should be above the previous month's highest high, and then the take profit should be here. So this trade is for only long-term traders. If you want to pick a trade that could take maybe 6 months, something like that, then you should be prepared to sell from wherever the place where I'm saying you're supposed to sell from. So we'll move to the next chart. That should be USD JPY. Yeah, and this one is a buy from the monthly. That is from whatever we've been saying ever since the beginning of this week. This is still a buy, and so far you can see the buy has been confirmed. We were above these 3 moving averages. Price continued, it actually broke below and then came back above strongly. So this is a sign that we are heading upwards. It's a very good sign that the price is heading to the upper side. The only thing you need to do now is to look for the best place to buy from, and that best place is after a retracement. So the retracement is likely coming back up to this level. Let price try coming back to somewhere within this zone. This is what we expect, that the price should attempt coming back up to this point. Let it come back to this zone, pick a buy from that point up to this level. So you can literally see that there was a clear break below the 3 moving average edges, and then the price has again gone above with a big candle. So this is a sign that we are buying, but the correct place to buy from is not where the price is now, but somewhere in between this zone. So we are waiting for a slight retracement, just a very small retracement, then we'll be able to get a buy from that point up to 111.96. So that is it. Place a pending buy limit. Your stop loss should be below the candle which actually triggered this break, should be below this pin bar. Have your stop loss, a pending buy limit, and then the take profit at the top. So we'll move to the next one. That should be Brent SP500. You can remember SP500. Before I look at it, I actually mentioned that it was a buy. I kept recommending a buy ever since, I think since the beginning of last. I think I have my lines on here. This is what I said. I mentioned that the price was supposed to retrace, which it did. Then it was supported by these two moving averages. This is actually envelopes, just two moving averages placed together. The upper one is called upper envelope, then the lower one is lower envelope. So while price was here, we said that because the price failed to clearly descend below, this was a buy. And true to what we said, the price actually went up and we are still heading even higher, as you can see. So this is still a buy. For me, this is still a very good buy. This is still a very, very good place we want to buy from, especially if price can get back to it. So a retracement back to the same point will mean I'm looking for a buy. Just price should get back so that I pick that buy up to the top. This is what I want, for price to pull back up to this level. Then I'll pick a buy from that point, expecting price to move up to 2937.1. So let's continue, and we'll move to our next chart. That should be Brent oil. So before I continue, today's focus should be on GBP JPY. We want to predict the price where we expect GBP JPY to close by the end of today. So I have the procedure written down here. If you can see your screen, or there's a price that currently is moving. There's a portion just below the MT4 itself. There's a portion written, all prediction must be written on the chart. And what I mean by on that chart is it must be on this main screen. Like if you're watching this on YouTube, then this is possible. You'll be able to see a chart on the right hand side of your screen. There's a place for charting. So that's where you're supposed to write that. And we'll move to this chart now. This is Brent oil. Brent oil, according to the weekly, is actually a sell, but on the daily we are seeing a buy. On the monthly, we're also seeing a buy. So I want to work with the monthly. Because I believe the monthly holds more water than the daily and even 4-hour chart. So since the monthly is a buy, I'm going to focus only on places that I'm supposed to buy from on this chart. So the other reason I'm going to buy even on the daily is because of this. I'm having one indicator on my screen as we speak. This is ADX, and how it works is this is the main one, and then we also have the main one is a complete line. Then there's the green dotted, and then there's the red dotted. As it is at the moment, the main one is above this level 25, and then the dotted one is above the red. The green dotted one is above the red dotted one, which means the current overall trend is upwards. Therefore, you're only supposed to look for a buy. That's according to the indicator. From the main chart, there's a level here which price actually closed above. We have that. We have a resistance. There's also this. This is a resistance, a resistance, a resistance, a resistance. Price rose above everything. Then now we want price to just to retrace back to the same level. Let price attempt coming back to this level. Then we'll pick a buy from that zone up to somewhere around 70.68. So this is still a buy. For me, this is still a buy, especially if price can retrace back up to this level. Let it come back up to 68.16. Then pick a buy from that slot up to 70.68. So we'll move to The last one, which is gold. Gold, I also still have my lines just the same I drew them previously. Gold is still a sell, and the main reason I'm suggesting a sell is because of this. There's a big break below a key level. This red candle actually closed below a zone which was significant. Then for 3 weeks we attempted to get back above that zone, but nothing happened. Instead, the price only reached somewhere around 1313.38. So this was a sell place. You ought, if you listen to what we said last week, you should be in a sell now. Should be along this trend line. So we took that sell, we have our stop loss, and then the take profit is at the bottom. The take profit is here. So this is still a buy. Just wait for maybe a retracement on the lesser time frame. Let's see what we have maybe on the daily and the other time frames. Gold is here. Let's look at maybe 4 hours lesser time frame so that you see the levels where the price is likely to pull back up to. There is this. We also have this. So this was just a very good break to the lower side. There's a very good break. Price came back, it went down, and should get back to the same level so that you can pick a sell with precision. So even on this side, the best we are still doing is we're looking for a sell. We are still selling even gold. We still look for a sell on gold. We want gold to give us very good sell signals, especially if it can get to our level, the zone which I've just marked. We have this zone here. We want gold to literally pull back up to it. We pick a sell from that slot, expecting price to move down. So it may not make sense on the daily. It does not look clear maybe on the 4 hours, but on the monthly and on the daily, on the weekly, we took a sell from the zone which I've marked at this point. So that is still genuine. What you need to do is just to ensure that the price is there before you pick any trade. Wait for price to get back to that resistance, then pick a long-term sell. Your stop loss should be above the weekly pin bar. It should be above somewhere here for you to be safe. Stop loss should be above here. If you want to trade this metal correctly and also to get something from it, then your stop loss has to be above this one. Has to be above this tail. So that should bring us to the end of today's overview, and I would like to say that in the afternoon today we are going to be having a webinar on basics in the forex market. So just ensure you tune in. It deals with what, if you want to understand what ask price is, what bid price is, how to know when to trade when the spreads are very low, what is equity, what is balance, what is margin, what is free margin, what is margin levels, how can you shift templates, then we are going to look at all that in the afternoon. How you can create your own template, how you can save your template, then how you can save profiles down here. We're going to look at all that in the afternoon. So ensure you tune in, and see you again at that time. Thank you.